I'm Jared Fry, General Manager of Medina TV.
Hi, and I'm Jacqueline Rinksmeyer, Executive Director of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce. The mission of the Chamber of Commerce is to serve our member investors and promote business interests through economic development, business advocacy, and member services, which benefits the Greater Medina community. The Chamber is funded by voluntary membership from the business community. It is a not-for-profit, nonpartisan business organization, and we do not receive tax dollars to operate the organization. The Chamber does not endorse candidates, but strives to educate the voters on both the candidates and the issues. And we are pleased to partner with Medina TV to bring these interviews to you. This program would not be possible without this collaboration. So thank you to our interviewer, Jared Fry, and our producer, Matt Tomick.
And as always, the views expressed in these interviews do not necessarily reflect those of Medina TV or the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce. We thank you for tuning in to the 2022 Candidates Forum and remind you to vote on November 8th. Joining us now in studio is Judge Jill Flagg Lanzinger, as you'll see her on the ballot, running for 9th District Court of Appeals. Judge Jill, thank you for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me today.
It's a pleasure. Why don't you start first and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Judge Jill Flagg Lanzinger. People call me Judge Jill. It's easier to say than those two last names. I'm a judge at the Barberton Municipal Court in Summit County, Ohio. I've been a judge in Summit County for 7 years, nearly 5 years at the Barberton Municipal Court and a little over 2 years at the Summit County Common Pleas Court. At the Barberton Municipal Court, I preside over the Mental Health Court. I also founded the Barberton Municipal Drug Court while at the Barberton Municipal Court. At the Common Pleas Court, I presided over jury trials like wrongful death cases, malpractice cases, murder cases. I have been a trial judge for 7 years. Prior to becoming a judge, I was a private practice attorney for 10 years.
Okay. Now, for a lot of our viewers and the voters, they have been lucky enough not to have to step into a courtroom at all. Kind of explain the role of a 9th District judge.
The 9th District Court judges are different than trial judges. What I do now is I'm a trial judge, and I see cases, people come in with criminal charges, I see cases filed in my court, and I see the people and have the trials and have the hearings. The 9th District Court mostly reviews what the trial court judges do. So I would review transcripts of proceedings and trials, and then decide if there has been some error by the trial judge or by the parties, and make a ruling of whether to affirm the trial judge's rulings or to reverse it and reverse the case and send it back to the trial court. Mm-hmm. So it's different than what I'm doing right now, but it's a good experience to be a trial judge and a trial attorney prior to being an appellate court judge.
Sure, and led me perfectly into my next question. Yeah. What's the skill set that you feel you bring to the role of the 9th District Judge? Well,
I believe I am the judge with the experience for this job because I do have so much trial judge experience and trial attorney experience. I have had over 2 years at the Summit County Common Pleas Court presiding over very serious cases like murder cases, wrongful death cases, medical malpractice cases, burglary, robbery, and right now I'm a trial judge at the Barberton Municipal Court presiding over domestic violence cases, theft cases, traffic cases. So I have a plethora of trial experience, and I think that is good training for a appellate court judge.
What do you feel are some of the greatest obstacles that face the judicial system today?
I think some of the obstacles are that some people don't know what we do, and they need more education about our roles, and especially with the appellate court judges, because when I tell people I'm running for the appellate court, they don't know what the appellate court does. Mm-hmm. They only know what you see on TV with the trial courts. So I think we need to educate the public about what we do, the judges at the appellate court level. Also, we have, now that the pandemic has hit, we've had technology in injected into all the court proceedings. I think we need to, as a group of lawyers, learn how to use that technology, and judges use that technology and utilize it to best serve the public and our lawyers. I think there is a system of a hybrid system we could use that would be in everyone's best interest, and I think it's a matter of getting people on the same page about when we use technology and when we don't.
Well, what type of leadership or skill traits do you feel differentiate you from your opponent for this office?
Well, I am the only judge in the race. I've been a judge, again, for 7 years, and a trial attorney for 10 years. Also, well, I don't know if I don't want to speak too much about her because I don't know all of her credentials, but about myself, I'm very involved in the community. I'm involved with 2 nonprofit organizations, and I speak in places. I would bring education and community outreach to the other counties that I would then serve. I've already proven with my track record the kind of judge that I am, and that I follow the law, and I believe that I would carry that on to the 9th District Court of Appeals.
And with the 9th District, that covers 4 counties, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
How do you, as you've gone door to door or just been out campaigning, have you seen that people in those counties are very similar with their concerns regarding the 9th District, or what have you seen as you've been out there?
I've seen a lot of people who never paid attention to appellate court judges before start paying attention because of the big decisions we've had that have changed precedent, some Supreme Court decisions. So I do think people are realizing that the importance of an appellate court judge. But I, as a judge, I have an oath to follow the law, and that's the kind of judge that I am. The law is what it is, and I take that oath very seriously. People are afraid of things like judicial activism, people who are politicians within their judgeship, and that's not the type of judge I am. I'm the type of judge that would follow the law and use judicial restraint and know my role as a judge.
So I think you kind of just answered this, but I'll still ask, how would the residents of Medina County benefit with you in position as judge in this role? Well,
as a judge already for 7 years, I have a track record of following the law, caring for the community, keeping the community safe. They could count on me to take that oath to follow the law very seriously. They could count on me to exercise judicial restraint, and they could count on me not to be a judicial activist, to know my role and take that oath seriously. And I do have a track record of doing those things already.
Perfect. We're just speaking with Judge Jill Flagg Lanzinger, as you'll see her on the ballot. And you've been great and answered a lot of my questions, but I want to give you the opportunity, if there's anything I missed or anything you just want to let our voters and viewers know, the mic's yours.
On a personal note, I am the judge with the experience for the job. I'm tough and trusted. My name is Judge Jill. Please remember me at the time that you vote. I'm the only Judge Jill on the ballot running for judge. I do want to say also on a personal note that I have been married to my husband, Dr. William Lanzinger, for 21 years. We have 3 children, 18, almost 16, and almost 9. My middle son is on the autism spectrum, so we are very involved with the disabilities community and have that in our hearts as well. So please vote for me in November or earlier. Early voting starts October 12th.
Perfect. Thank you. That's Judge Jill running for the 9th District Court of Appeals. Thank you for being part of the political process, and I wish you the best of luck this November.
Thank you.